If there's just one piece of advice I could give any new musician or any musician for that matter, it's don't be a hater. I'll tell you what I mean by that. Stick around. How you guys doing today? My name's Randy Bedore. What do I mean by don't be a hater? It can actually be a little bit more simple and a little bit more complicated than that. I guess it depends on how you look at it. But what I mean by saying don't be a hater is don't be the type of person who doesn't support other artists. Don't be the type of person who doesn't share things that they're fans of or promote other businesses or products or people that work with you. Don't be that type of person. And I find that at least in my local scene, I found that basically by me practicing these types of things that I'm telling you guys, it actually made me pretty much the opposite of everybody in my area. Believe it or not. So it's not commonplace in a lot of music scenes, which is the polar opposite of what you want, but it is not commonplace for especially successful musicians to help promote or help other artists out. It should be all about that. The reason I know this, sadly to say, I was one of those haters for sure. I was one of those people. I wouldn't go on people's stuff and like spew hate at them or do anything like that. I wasn't like an internet troll or anything, but I was definitely the type of person who would be jealous or would envy other positions that people got. If I felt like, I've been around longer, this should be my opportunity. My stuff I feel like sounds better than this guy, so maybe this is my opportunity, etc. Yada yada. Really, at the end of the day, those opportunities are all going to come to anybody who sticks around in this business and really grinds it out and does the right thing and works hard. I've always felt like music had a gatekeeper's mentality. What I mean by that is a lot of the people that were in before me, say when I was coming up, it almost felt and seemed like they protected their information and their spots. So what I mean by that is when you're a new artist and you're trying to find shows and you're trying to get yourself booked and get out there and play some music for new people, it's actually a lot easier if you got a group of friends or a good music scene, a good group of people that you guys are passing gigs back and forth. You all get along and you all support each other. And that's really the easiest way to get to a point where you're in front of new fans on a regular basis. If you're going to sit at home and look at what everybody else is doing and complain about the stuff that you're not going to get, you're going to continue to not get that and you're never going to get it. So really it's best to just keep working hard at your craft. It doesn't hurt to watch what other people are doing because you should be out there trying to support some people. And, as you come up the ranks, you might need some opening acts or you might need somebody to fill a gig for you so you can take another opportunity. So you really want to make sure that you have a great relationship with the musicians in your music scene. I think it's fair to say pretty much everybody gets into music because they're a fan first. I mean, I would have to think that that's because you're not going to get into this business to try to make money or to... I mean, I've heard people say that, but this is not the business. If you're looking to make a bunch of money, this is not the business to get into because most people aren't Luke Combs and most people aren't Luke Bryan or Taylor Swift or these people that just come out with some songs and just shoot straight up the charts. A lot of these people, they don't make the types of money or the types of things that you would perceive that they do. A lot of the mainstream artists, unless they're really, really popular, are not making big money, guys. I mean, they're really not. I mean, they're not struggling. I mean, anybody you hear on the radio, they're not starving, but they're not rich by any stretch of the imagination. So basically what I'm getting at is, if you're not Taylor Swift or Luke Bryan, you need to be out there supporting other musicians and networking with people, because that's really how you find out where you should be, where you want to be, what you want to do, how far you want to go with your music. That type of thing, you definitely want to talk to your fellow artists and get in good with the people in your scene, because it's really the only way to learn this stuff. You can listen to schmoes like me on here and and try to follow some of those things, and you know, maybe those things will help you a little bit here and there, but ultimately you're trying to work with the people that got boots in the ground in your community. If you're here on YouTube, throw comments on their videos, or you know, compliment the things that you like about the song. Just let them know that they're on the right track, because I think that you'll find out yourself as well. I know I found this out. You're gonna want feedback from people. So the more that you keep all this stuff close to your vest and you try to keep it secret, it actually doesn't help you, because you're not getting the type of feedback from people that you would need to really grow and become a better artist. Because believe it or not, the first couple of songs you write probably aren't gonna be very good. I know mine weren't, and they're still not, half of them. I mean, it takes some time to get to a point where you really are happy with the stuff that you're writing, and sometimes even still to this day I don't like it. So when you're letting other artists know what you like about their music, it's helping them, and it's helping them to be better at their craft, and then they'll do the same for you. And that's the most important part, is you're looking to get that information. And believe it or not, it's really hard to come by. For a long time, I couldn't even tell you, I couldn't get anybody to tell me what my music was even similar to. Now, maybe that was because they didn't like it, or maybe that's because it wasn't good enough to even sound like something else. I have no idea. But when you're trying to figure out how to brand and promote yourself online especially, who are you comparing yourself to if you don't know? Because I don't know. I just sing the way that I sing and write the way that I write. So I'm not trying to sound like anybody else. So to me, when I hear what I do, it sounds like me. And I don't think it sounds like anybody else. And you need that type of information when it comes to branding and getting good advertising out about releases or albums or anything that you're trying to get across. It's the old tried and true. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. Definitely refrain away from ever going online or commenting on somebody's stuff, even if you don't like it, and saying negative things about it, because it's gonna do you absolutely no good at all, because the fans of that person are gonna see your name and they're gonna see your comments on there, and of course they're gonna disagree with you. They like this artist, so they're gonna disagree with you, and then in turn it's gonna be negative on your career, because they are not gonna like you. It doesn't matter how good your music is, they're not gonna like you if you're online bashing other artists or saying that you deserve this or you belong there. It's absolutely, it does nothing good, trust me. And it seems like a real common thing. I mean, you're on YouTube right now. You've seen it, you've been around, and it seems so common, and I don't understand it at all, because it's not gonna help anybody. Even the artists that you're cutting down, it's gonna make them feel absolutely terrible if they care. I mean, I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff, because I don't really care. Of course you want people to like your music, but if they don't like it, it's not the end of the world to me, and I'm not gonna defend it, and I'm not gonna try to go at the person or come back at them and try to explain to them why they should like it. That music's subjective, so if they don't like it, that's fine. I'm not for everybody. There's no chance. Very few people are for everybody. So ultimately, at the end of the day, guys, just be positive with people. And if you don't like something, just move on. Don't watch it. Don't subscribe to their channel and try to troll stuff down the road. How much time do you got, bro? For real. And until the next time, guys, I'll catch you down the road.
The bars are all packed and everybody